Good morning, Giants. Such a bright, beautiful day. I have no idea what it looks like outside. I'm going to say that anyway. What's up, dude?
I'm sure there's lots of beauty and brightness.
Yeah. I got myself, you see the corner right there? Nobody puts baby in a corner except for me. I put myself in a corner. So I go to get my coffee and it's filled to the brim and I grab it and it just spills over all over the counter. And then I go to clean it up and it spills again and it just keeps getting worse. I'm like, love
You can get it
Monday.
later. It's all good. You
You know
can
what I'm
clean
going
it
to
up
do for
later.
that? I'm going to say that this is a terrible day because the whole day is ruined.
Because of the morning coffee
one,
spillage.
one moment. This whole day is ruined.
Yeah, I'm going back to bed.
Look at yes. Look at my cool motorcycle mug.
That is pretty cool.
It's pretty hot.
It's a pretty hot
Yeah. How's your
thing.
caffeine this morning?
Oh, it's so good. I switched my brew.
Oh man,
It's
that's so good.
Yeah,
So what are we going to talk about today?
we're going to talk about. um. So I've got a friend. Let me set this up a little bit. I got a friend. His name is Jimmy Rex.
You got a
I
friend?
what two? If you count as a friend, then I have two.
Perfect.
Jimmy Rex. Hi, Jimmy. Um,
Good morning,
so
Jimmy.
Jimmy got a tattoo the other day, and it said, "The they, we are the they," and I was like, "Is he gonna have to go get it like covered? Did he
I
screw
know
up?
that sounds like bad grammar.
We are the they."
No regrets. Right?
And I was like, whoa, okay. So I had clicked more to kind of read the story on this tattoo, see if he cried. Jimmy could be a crier, so I wanted to make sure he was okay when he got his tattoo. And
Hopefully he's watching.
yeah, or watches. I'm gonna tag him in it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jimmy. Um, but he started talking about how a number of years back, how he went on like a sting with Operation Underground Railroad, so for child sex trafficking and things like that. And they rescued a bunch of girls. Um, I think they arrested a handful of criminals, and his girlfriend at the time, after the sting was over, said something along the lines of like, "I don't want you to do that anymore. It's too dangerous." And he's like, but this is my passion, this is my life's mission, this is what I'm built to do. She says, well, why can't they just handle it? And without hesitation, Jimmy responds back, we are the they, we are the they. Ooh, I get emotional. I didn't think I was gonna get, whoa, I got goosebumps and emotional.
It's good. It's good.
we
Keep
are
going.
we are the they, Nick. Nobody else is coming. No, like who's they? We are the they. If we don't do good, if we don't stand up for what's right, if we don't um, rise up and um, and
Yeah.
do something, no, who else? We pass the buck along to somebody else. You know?
Yeah, or we just wait, hopefully it'll get better and change on its own and
Yeah, and truthfully, there's other people that will rise up. There are people out there that will and that will stand up and lift up, rise up, speak, all those things that need to
wait,
be done.
this
Yeah,
sounds so familiar.
yeah. So it rang true to a message of a friend I know, a book that he wrote,
We
and
should we should create a show around that.
we really should. Um, But anyway, so Jimmy, thank you for writing that. I wanted to talk a little bit on responsibility and procrastination and get your thoughts on it, Nick.
Yeah,
What comes to your mind when I talked about that stuff?
Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
how so?
We live in a world of pure procrastination,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's like we put things off. We put things off, and or we hope that somebody else will take care of something, or if we, we just put it on the sideline, it'll handle itself. And there's some issues that take our action, and really to procrastinate means to put something out into the future. And that doesn't have to be years or days from now. It could be 10, 20 minutes from now. I don't want to do it right now. And I wonder why people do that.
mm-hmm.
I have some ideas on why people do that. I think it has to do with pain and suffering and not willing to face the pain or experience the pain. And so they put it off.
Dive into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Here I go.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, rabbit hole.
Yeah, we got like 6 or 7 minutes. That's good.
Yeah, you know what? I procrastinate. I do it. I put things off. I don't want to eat that frog. There's a book called Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy. And he says that when you go into procrastination mode, the first thing you should do is eat the frog. Do the hardest thing first, and then do your fun stuff. But I think what we want to do is we want to experience the pleasure first, so we reverse it. And so the hard things don't get done because they have this idea or this sense of being hard. And so for me, what I try and do is dive into the hard things first thing, because I know I'll put it off if I can, and I do. I still do. I'll just sit on it, and it's like, come on, dude, eat the frog, and then I'll go back and just do the hard thing.
It's kind of a funny way to put it too, but I like it because you remember.
Yeah,
the frog.
Well, we are the they, right? Like we are the ones that have to eat the frog. We're the ones that have to make an impact and get out there and do it. But there's a book I'm listening to right now called The Tools. And he talks about running into the pain. That he tells a story about a football player who was the number one in the state. And he's like, why? How do you do it? They became friends. He's like, how do you do it? And he says, I run toward the pain, where all these other running backs are running away from it. They don't want to experience that. I'm running into it. I want to get hit. I want to get hit by that pain and let it engulf me and get beyond me, get behind me, right? And so he runs toward the pain. Hold on, I got to plug in. So you go with some thoughts while I plug in because my battery's going to die here.
That's funny. I procrastinated charging my gimbal, and yesterday it died. And I thought, I can still have a few more. I probably have 20 more minutes on it. No,
this is a great
I had about 7 minutes and 50 something seconds of it.
What's funny is I put that off because I thought I had enough battery. Yeah. This is a great lesson. Did you set this up?
You know what? I'm gonna charge mine too right now. I'll eat the frog here in a minute.
So I've got some things today that I've got to get done that are kind of eating the frog, and some of them I don't want to do, but I put them in my calendar, and I get this pop-up that says do this thing, and then I snooze it. It's like, do this thing. The thing that I don't do is delete the reminder. And so I always keep it in front of me so that it keeps popping up consistently until I'm like, oh, I'm sick of seeing that reminder. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. And then I'll get it done. And it's almost like I become my own parent in a sense. There's that word again, that phrase. Yeah. Every time I say in a sense, it's almost like bells and whistles should go off in the background, like on Sesame Street, the count. Hey, he said the number one. In a sense.
In a sense. Well, yesterday we talked about this too with this ties in with yesterday's message with Lamar, is that if in talking about the hard things that can come up, talked about the river Somebody needs to go back and watch that. They need to, because
Oh yeah. That's
don't
good.
put that off. Don't procrastinate. Go watch Lamar's deal yesterday, because on Wake Up with Giants, we talked about boulders in a river and the hard things, and they'll keep following you if you don't go face them. If you don't go
Right.
do the hard things, or rise up, or step up, or whatever, those things that are dogging you will always dog you until you can face your fears, until you can grow and step around it, and become a better person.
Yeah, go toward the pain. Like feel the pain of it. All that stuff that you think is painful that you're putting off, go experience the pain of it, all of it. Imagine what it would be like to step into it fully. And maybe you got to give a speech and you're preparing an outline for that speech. And you don't want to get up on stage, but what you want to do is experience being up on stage, feeling all the suffering, all the terrible things that could go wrong, to get those in you and around you, and then let them engulf you. And what happens is pain passes. There's a point where pain doesn't come with you anymore, unless you have a chronic illness, and then it does. So not that pain, but just allow it. In most cases, that pain's going to pass, and you're going to get through it. So I think we procrastinate. We put things into the future because of what we perceive as painful. And Jimmy Rex, in hearing what his girlfriend's saying, she's telling about her pain, her fear, her suffering, that Jimmy might get hurt, right? So she's putting her pain onto him. And why don't you just have somebody else do it? He's like, we are the they. And so he's sitting there in a stance of, I've seen what's going on and I need to be a part of like changing that. And she's sitting here saying, I'm scared and worried that you're going to get hurt. And he's saying, well, we are the they. And so the fear that she has, the pain, gets projected onto Jimmy Rex. And it's her pain. And so we put our pain on somebody else. Like, I don't want you to do that because I don't want you to get hurt. But we say in a way that, why would you do that? Like a guilt thing or a shame thing. Why would you do that? But the reality is it's our suffering, our pain that we're afraid of. Like The Rock, go back and watch that video, because that was a great analogy. That rock is going to come into your life, and if you try and move it, you're going to suffer. If you just flow around that rock, then it will pass. But the more you put your attention on it, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get stuck on the rock. Not the other way around. The rock doesn't get stuck on you. You get stuck on the rock. There's the analogy for the day.
I love it. This is perfect. Frogs live in rivers.
Frogs and rocks.
No, that's perfect. I think it's interesting how when you're ready, the right things come into your life, and I think a lot of things come into your life, and if you're not watching and if you're not recognizing, it will pass by you as well.
Yeah.
Opportunity is an interesting thing, and it's just been pretty exciting to watch and to recognize those different I don't know if you'd call them coincidences, but the different things that have come into our life in the last little bit. And I appreciate Jimmy for being somebody who stands up and who is a leader, and who has built himself into a person and position that he's able to pass those messages on to others so that they can learn and grow and become better people as well. And for his work with Underground Railroad, because that is a worthy cause. So don't go. Huh? What's that?
That's something we support, dude.
We do.
Underground Railroad.
Yep, we're friends with Paul Cardall as well, who does work with them, and I think he's on a board or something like that. I'll have to talk to him. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with Paul in the next couple of days.
Is that their website?
If not, that.
If not, go look for it.
Go look. Yeah, go look. But sorry, kids, if that's something different.
Yeah, please don't fault the person that typed this if that's the wrong website. All right, guys. Well,
Thank you.
I think that's awesome. You guys, don't put stuff off. Eat the frog. Flow around the rock. Don't let it stick on you, basically. And go get the stuff done that you need to get done. Go be the they. Go be the change in the world today.
Giants, we are the they. So rise up. Let's
Giants, we
help
are
a lot of
the
others. Yep.
man. That's a great motto. I like that he did that. I saw his tattoo that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. So good for us, all of us. We are the they, Giants. So
Perfect.
go make it a giant day. Any other thoughts, Ryan?
That's it.
Okay, guys.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
We appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video.